Happy 42nd birthday! How does being one step closer to becoming an old woman feel? Oh, I mean, you're already an old lady, aren't you? Sorry.
Shut up. I'm working.
You're so cold. Poor old hag, over 40, single, abandoned by her parents. I felt sorry if no one wished you a happy birthday. After all, I am your lovely sister.
Oh, I see. Thanks. I've got an important business meeting, so I'm going to turn off my phone.
Huh? How can you ignore me, your cute little sister?
Unlike you, I'm working. You graduated from college. It's time for you to get a job instead of living off your parents' money.
Huh? Who do you think you are to tell me what to do, you old hag? Oh, I get it. You're an unattractive 42-year-old. You're jealous of me, a cute 22-year-old, right?
Huh?
Our parents remarried, and you have a sister who is 20 years younger than you. And she's super pretty and super smart. We are so different. My parents loved me and paid for my college tuition. And they said I don't have to get a job after graduation. You were kicked out of the house before you graduated from college. You were living a miserable life, working part-time to pay for my tuition and living expenses. If you had such a pretty face, you could have been married quickly. But you are too ugly. I can't believe you are still single. I feel so sorry for you.
It was a hard time at the time to be kicked out of my parents' house. But now I'm glad I did. I learned what's right, instead of being influenced by insane family members.
You poor loser. I can understand why you're jealous. But that's so sad.
By the way, I'm getting married.
What? You're kidding, right?
I'm not.
What? Getting married at 42? Who are you marrying to? It must be a marriage scam. Are you okay?
He is a good person. You don't need to worry about me. Also, I'm not going to invite you guys to the wedding.
Why not? I want to go. I'm sure the guy you are marrying will be some ugly old man. I'll have a good laugh with Mom and Dad.
That's why I'm not inviting you guys. They kicked out and disowned me. After I'm married, I'm going to be a complete stranger to them.
That's not cool.
I don't want to hear from you anymore. I've got a business meeting. Bye.
This is really impossible. A 42-year-old hag marrying a 30-year-old company president? He's young, powerful, and famous. How in the world did you seduce him? You must be after his money. Hey, answer me. Well, okay. If you're going to ignore me, I'm going to have to show you the real world. Your fiancé is sleeping with me right now. I'm sorry I took him away. I'm sorry if you were trying to make a fortune. You must be frustrated, aren't you? You shouldn't have ignored me. A good, handsome young man should be mine. Our wedding is going to be in a month. Of course, I won't invite you, sister. He said he would dump you and never contact you again. You should stay single for the rest of your life. I'm so sorry. Bye.
Our wedding is next week. I'm nervous, but I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. You don't seem fine. What's wrong? Marriage blues? Or is there something else worrying you? Yeah. Look, don't get mad at me, but I need to ask. You're not cheating on me, are you? Huh? Wait, you're accusing me of cheating on you? I'm about to become your husband over the objections of my family. Why would I cheat on you now? I'm sorry I doubted you. But there's something that has been bothering me. What is it? I told you about my sister before, right? Yes, you did. Your lousy sister who kicked you out of the house? That sister contacted me to tell me that she took my fiancé. I know it's not possible, but I'm worried. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You don't have to apologize. But what does she mean? I'm not cheating on you with anyone. I've never met your sister. I'm too busy with work these days to have an affair. You know that, right? Yeah. Where are you now? At work. You're not with my sister, are you? Of course not. If you're worried, let's do a video call. You would feel better if you could see my office, right? Yes, I do. Yep, that's your office. I'm sorry I doubted you. I'm glad you've been cleared of your suspicions. But then, who is my sister talking about? He's a 30-something CEO, young, successful, famous. And he seems to know about me. I only told my sister I was getting married. I don't even know where she found him. Do you have any idea who he might be? Do you have any idea? There was this guy I met at a business seminar a long time ago who was close to my age. We didn't get along at all, but the other day he suddenly called me and told me he was getting married. It was a little weird. I'm sure you've met him before at some gathering. Is his wedding in a month? That's what he said. My sister said so too. So, is he the one your sister is talking about? It's so rude to confuse me with him. Is he a jerk? I don't really remember him. Sneaky, creepy kind of guy. He's more of a backhand guy than a company president. That kind of makes sense. What's he trying to do? I know. Why would he do that? Is he harassing me? Your sister might be, but the guy has no reason to harass us. That's creepy. Yeah, it is. Hey, you know what? Can I do some research on this? Huh? You? I mean, you want your wedding without any worries. I'm curious too. I'll look into it. Thank you. See you soon.
Are you kidding me? You're seriously going to have a wedding even though you were dumped? Wow, you're so miserable. Are you crazy? I mean, they know the groom isn't there and they're just going through with the ceremony? How scary. Are you using a mannequin as your groom? That's even scarier.
Good morning. What have you been saying all this time? The groom is here with me and we're in the middle of getting ready for our wedding.
What? You're meeting up with a mannequin and getting ready? It's terrible when your delusion goes that far.
Delusion?
Your fiancé is with me right now.
What?
Oh no, I told you before. I stole your fiancé. Did you forget? Has the brain of a 42-year-old hag already started aging? Or maybe you're so sad that you've lost your mind. My poor sister.
I'm perfectly normal. You're the one saying crazy things.
I'm going to say this now. A 40-something hag trying to get married to a rich guy is so gross. He likes younger women.
Oh really? I see.
You have no choice but to cancel the wedding today. Aww. He says he's going to marry me. He is leaving you.
No, your relationship and my marriage have absolutely nothing to do with each other.
Huh? What a loser. A 42-year-old hag has no right to marry a young executive. That's why I took it away from you. I will be his wife. By the way, I just went to the city office and registered my marriage.
I see. That's what you were after.
If you understand, why don't you call off the wedding? Your imaginary groom won't show up. It's really miserable. I'm the one having a wedding. Just admit the fact that you lost.
You know what? He's not the one.
What?
Or more accurately, he's not the president anymore.
Why?
I guess you didn't know. His company is going bankrupt.
Oh.
And, of course, my fiancé is not the same person. My fiancé's company is doing well. You mistook my fiancé for someone completely different. He's playing you.
What? What the hell is going on? I don't understand.
I'll make it very simple and easy to understand. He wants you and your family to take over the debt from the bankruptcy.
What? What?
What made you think that he was my fiancé in the first place?
Because he told me himself. He said he was the president and your fiancé. But he was forced into it by an arranged marriage. And really wants to marry a younger, more beautiful, talented woman like me.
He made it all up.
What?
Actually, it's the opposite. I'm 10 years older than my fiancé, and at my age, it's hard to have kids. His parents are against marriage and tried to break us up. But because he loves me, he overcame their objections and we got engaged. Then here we are, getting married.
What's that? So he was lying? Why did he call himself your fiancé?
Probably he was jealous of my fiancé.
Huh? What do you mean?
I heard they used to attend the same corporate seminar. Of their classmates, my fiancé was the most successful. On the other hand, your husband was the most unsuccessful. He started his own business, but the debts kept piling up and the company finally went bankrupt. That's when he heard about my husband's marriage. He tried to break us up by pretending that he was my husband. He tried to make it look like he was having an affair. To make it look like he was cheating on me.
What the?
We're not broken up after all, and we're about to get married. So the operation failed.
You're kidding. Then what am I? Was he just using me for a failed mission?
Don't worry, you're already worth something.
What? What do you mean?
I told you, he was just trying to get you to take on the debt. I'm sure he was surprised to find out that you were my sister. But when he found out who you were, he changed his plan. He decided to go with a more pragmatic and meaningful strategy. I mean, our family is kind of wealthy. So he decided to marry you.
You're lying.
You'll have to ask him. I'm pretty sure it's true. My fiancé used his contacts to find out. Your husband is not a careful man. He would talk about his plan over drinks or something.
So I'm being used by him all the time? I'm in debt? I can't even be the wife of the president?
That's right. Well, you tried to steal my fiancé just to harass me. You know, I think you two mean people are perfect for each other, don't you?
I don't like that. You're a 42-year-old hag. I can't allow you to be the president's wife. It's not fair. Give him to me. Bride change.
Well, absolutely not.
Now's the time to say something like that. I bet he'll fall for me when he sees how young and pretty I am. I'll take your husband away from you any day now.
So, do you want to come?
Of course I'll come. Where's the wedding?
Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yes, Hawaii.
Are you having your wedding in Hawaii?
Yes. Well, it was nice talking to you. I'm going to have to leave now.
What's that? You're an old hag and getting married in Hawaii? I just learned my husband was not a president anymore. I'm married to a dull old man with debts. That's too unfair.
After the wedding, we left for our honeymoon. We returned to LA 2 weeks later. In the meantime, my sister was in a lot of trouble. First of all, she tried to cancel the marriage, claiming that her husband had cheated on her. Her husband refused it, and she had no choice but to start living with him as newlyweds. After that, I heard that they both asked my parents for money. The debt from the company's bankruptcy still could not be paid off. He also made my father borrow money from somewhere. My father was so overprotective of my sister, but that's way too much in my opinion. Later, he had reached the end of his patience. My parents disowned my sister and her husband. Her husband has no job now. My sister, who was hoping to become a rich wife, had to earn money. She could not work in a normal company because she lacked common sense. She is still looking for a job with her husband,